Hey there, folks. Adam Davis with Adam Davis Real Estate, and your realtor is lying to you. I'll show you everything, so let's just go on inside. Unless he's me, in which case he's telling you the truth. And there are more out there who are telling you the truth, but you got to be discerning and you got to listen with your brain, not with your heart right now. This is the monthly market update. I haven't done one since 2021 because things have been a little crazy. This market is very interesting depending on what you want to do. There's no better time to sell. Of course, our inventory is still at record lows. There's no better time to buy right now because you're going to outlast any kind of weird market swings that you might be experiencing right now. The other thing is that while interest rates did increase, they increased from a record low. Much like this inventory thing. Yeah, we saw 60% increase in inventory nationally. It's 60% of 25, not 60% of 100. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so let's get right to it. These statistics are for, as you can see, this very, very specific area of West Linn and Lake Oswego. So simply what we are looking at is April statistics versus May statistics. Okay, so you see in the month of May, we sold 142 listings, 152 went under contract, which is pending. We had 191 new listings, and total for sale is 318, right? Not rocket science. We only lost 23 in the month of May. That's great. That means that things aren't getting canceled, they're not expiring, and so on. Over here in this corner, you see our months of inventory. We had an increase of 0.7% of inventory. So if anyone's like, it's 2008, we're getting flooded with inventory, that is simply not the case. We still only have 1 month of inventory. We need 4 to be anywhere near a balanced market. In West Linn, Lake Oswego, where prices are higher, we need more like 5 or 6. So it's kind of insane how low inventory still is. And in fact, properties are still going for ask or better. They are taking a little bit more time on the market because there are fewer buyers, but they're still selling for full value. And that full value, I might add, is still far lower than these properties are worth. We are an undervalued market. So these are the sold listings. This is May versus April, and you can see that we had a lot of activity in the $700,000 to $800,000 range, where we sold 22 listings with an average day on market of 8. So that's, a week and a day. That's pretty amazing considering we might be on the cusp of whatever that people keep telling you. Don't listen to them. It's stupid. They're lying. Price distribution. It's kind of the same information. You see a lot more. These are pendings, so we saw movement down into the $600,000 to $700,000 range. But then interesting over here, we saw a little bit of some activity in the $800,000 to $900,000 range. So we're still comfortably in the sweet spot for Lake Oswego and West Linn. If you look at new listings, we saw a lot of stuff go on the market from 6 to $1 million. And that's a good sign for out-of-town buyers and the people who are coming here, and you know who you are. A lot of people from California, a lot of people from Arizona come here because they want to get away from the dry desert, and so we've got plenty of influx and plenty of people who are used to paying exorbitantly high prices for things and taxes for things and so on and so forth, coming here looking for a bargain. And at $600,000 to $1 million, everything is a bargain. We're talking about a quarter of the value of something comparable in those higher dollar markets. For sale properties, again, a lot of stuff in the 6s, off-market stuff. Interesting, the $900,000 to $1 million price range is where everything got canceled or went expired. This doesn't account for things that have since come back on the market, by the way. That's a data point that I can explore if you're curious about finding out about some of these off-market properties. But just know that the ones that saw the least amount of activity were in this 9 to 1 million area, or at least, let's see, average days on market 74. Yeah, so some of these kind of languished, and a lot of times what happens in that case is they take them off the market, they rebrand, or maybe the homeowner just decides they don't want to sell right now, and that's fine. That happens every day. Sometimes you're like, you know what, I like this place. and I'm going to stay. And if that's you, great. If not, if you are going to sell, you got to do it. Because the longer you are paying for this place that you do not want to stay at, you're essentially depriving yourself of your future happiness, which seems kind of crazy to me. Why not reintroduce a buyer, someone who is going to fall in love with your home anew, with new eyes? They're looking at it with new, fresh eyes. You know, if you even suspect that prices might kind of fall off, why are we having this conversation? It's time to sell. These are the secondary market indicators. This is my kind of bread and butter, meat and potatoes type of stuff. And this is where it gets really exciting. So April to May. The interesting part about this is this to me indicates a little bit of a delay in the reaction of agents, frankly, and probably homeowners who are like, crap, I got to take advantage of the high prices and sell my house for as much as possible. And so we jumped $500,000 in median list price. Yeah, I mean, frankly, we might still be undervalued. Let's say your house was worth $1 million in April. Now you're selling it for 1.4. You're probably still a value at 1.4, but the $500,000 swing is really going to make people kind of flinch, you know? So while you might have that intrinsic value in your property, it may not be the best idea to swing it out of the park right off the bat. And then average list price 1.8 to 1.9. This is really the valuable information though. Price per square foot 371 up to 399. This is sold price, by the way. So we did increase there. Days on market April to May dropped, which is important. That means that buying activity, if your house is in good shape, if it is a buyable house, it will go quickly still. Mind you, this is all data since the Fed brought up the interest rates. This is all data since the doomsaying of we're on the cusp of blah. We're just not, you guys. There's no evidence for that. Here's the year. This is the year in review. This is from last May to this May. This is kind of why I stopped doing these videos, because I think October was my last one. No, November. Yeah. Okay. So it was right in here. We saw this and I said, here's what's going to happen. We're going to plateau and then we're going to just kind of slowly climb. So we're going to see this. And then people are going to think, oh man, my property value is falling. It's not. And right now our inflation is decreasing the dollar faster than property values are appreciating. So your dollar will be worth more invested in real estate than it will held in liquid cash as a dollar. So if a dollar is worth 75 cents, then you can, and we're close to there. I think we're at about 15% decrease in value, maybe more, maybe less. I'm not an economist. If your dollar is worth 75 cents and you're buying $1 million house, you're spending $750,000. I mean, as awful as inflation is, and the fact that gas is $6, you know, $5.10 a gallon or whatever, and strawberries might have hepatitis, and everything is crazy right now. You have an invaluable opportunity right now to buy real estate for $0.75. That's incredible. That is mind-boggling. That's saving $250,000 per million just by paying $1 million. I mean, inflation is not going to last forever. It never does. They always balance it. It's their job. It is 100% their job to affect inflation and increase inflation so that activity slows in things like this and things like real estate, where too much activity can cause other different problems that we're just not going to see. That's it, man. These are the statistics for the month of April versus the month of May. It's now June 2nd, and we are no longer in the month of May, so this is retrospective as always. But just keep this stuff in mind. Look at these trajectories. You can see this is where our inventory was at rock bottom. Look at this trajectory. This is an increase in inventory. And then let's look at sold. So we've got green. Look at this. The green, this is that plateau I was telling you about right here. It's not going along the same lines as the for sale, you know, the on-market properties, but it's steady. That tells a savvy interpreter of this information, an astute learner of this information, that we are not anywhere near catching up with demand. We're going to see things slow down. Will they start to decrease? Will it start to have a detrimental effect on our market? If it does, it's a seasonal detriment. It is not anything to do with whatever wacky like housing bubble people keep anticipating or threatening. Come on, folks. Adam Davis with Adam Davis Real Estate. Peace.